Of persons are a little scattered, so good morning everybody. Okay, that's much better. I will say what you have heard probably several times since you have been here, that you have made a wonderful decision to come to the University of the West Indies and to the Faculty of Social Science and Mona School of Business. And you have heard that several times, right? Do we really mean it? And the answer is yes. And I can tell you at MSBM, when we say welcome and we are delighted to have you, it is because most of us have at least one degree from the University of the West Indies, so we're really happy that you have chosen our alma mater to do your studies. At this time, I'll introduce Dr. David McBean, our Executive Director for the Mona School of Business and Management, also a proud graduate of the University of the West Indies, as myself, and he will give you the formal MSBM welcome.
All right, morning again, and to the other students who are streaming. So today is the MSBM day. You would have gotten the General Faculty of Social Sciences introduction and welcome yesterday. So let me say everybody who is excited to be at university. The rest of you not excited? I hope there's a better response in the other rooms. Well, you should be excited. It's as I said yesterday, it's your time away from home. A lot of you are now a little bit freer, and you're on the road to young adulthood. I would like to welcome you all and to say thank you for choosing Mona School of Business and Management. We are proud of our history. We are proud to produce leaders. And I'll tell you about some of our alumni. Anybody knows who Don Webber is? You ever hear of a company called Grace Kennedy? Most of you would have had Grace products, right? Boy, you're all not responding. Not enough sleep last night? No? All right. Anyway, we produce some of the top leaders in management in Jamaica and the region. And that's what we intend for you to become among the best. We would like to tell you a little bit about what our mission is, so to get a feel for what we're about, and that our vision is to be an excellent, globally recognized business school rooted in the Caribbean. And all that's saying is that as we are now, we're the premier business school in the Caribbean, and we intend to make it that way. And we produce graduates and research and solutions for business which are world-class. And therefore, our mission is to advance learning, create knowledge, and foster knowledge for the positive transformation of Caribbean enterprises through the development of world-class business professionals and research-based solutions. So as it relates to you, our job is to transform you as graduates to meet business challenges. I will say, as I say to most young graduates who I meet, it is one thing to go through the classroom, but what's required in business are other skills. So while it's necessary for you to excel, you also have to have what we call soft skills. Good manners, respect, the ability to communicate, and that's very important. So it means while we all like patois, and we are all fluent in it, the language of business is English. And therefore, it's very important that you hone and expand your communication skills in English, because that's what's going to carry into the workplace. Ethics, doing what is right, good comportment, so you don't wear party clothes to an interview, because most businesses tend to be a little bit more conservative than in the entertainment space. So it's those things that we want to ensure that you carry along with what you are taught in the classroom as far as formal learning is. Now, at this point, I will introduce the heads of the units. So Mona School of Business is divided into units. So you'll find yourself in one of 4 units. And we're arranged with, I'm the executive director, then there are deputy executive directors in charge of different areas and the unit heads. So Dr. Twileme Logan. Twila, maybe if you come to the stage so that they can see you for the streaming.
Okay. Okay.
So if you go to. So for this year, Dr. Twileme Logan is the Deputy Executive Director in charge of undergraduates. And she's also in charge of the master's courses. So give her a hand. So she's very important. Did I see Lila? Lila, if you... So the other academic section to which we'll encourage you to consider and apply for, so there are the MSCs like accounting and ERM and taxation. Dr. Lila Rao Graham is our Executive Director in charge of the MBA programs, MBM, Masters in Business Management, the diplomas, and the DBA. And then now you have the unit heads. So I'll call up our unit heads. So first, Shirley Ann Eaton, Head of Unit Head of Finance and Accounting. So those of you in banking and finance and accounting, this is your unit head. Next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Cowell. Dr. Cowell is in charge of behavioral sciences and general management, so behavioral sciences, HR, etc., and general management speaks for itself. Next up, I'd like to introduce Dr. Trevor Smith, who is in charge of a unit called MIBES, and that stands for Marketing, International Business, Entrepreneurship, and Strategy. So all of you in those concentrations. Last but certainly by no means least, Dr. Lawrence Nicholson. He was Deputy ED in charge of undergraduate last year, but his area is decision sciences, and that's logistics, IS management, etc. So please give Dr. Nicholson a hand. And at this point, I will ask the unit heads to introduce the lecturers who are here, so you get familiar with some. Not all the lecturers are here for one reason or another, but if starting with you, Shirley Ann, if you introduce your...
Yes.
Mike.
Okay, we have with us from our accounting and finance unit, Mr. Michael Roof, Ms. Joan Thomas Stone, I think that's it from our, oh sorry, Dr. Sandria Tennant. Oh, and Dr. Twileme Logan.
So I see for the Behavioral Sciences Unit, Dr. Ann Crick and Ms. Tenille Rashford. And if there's anybody else who I'm missing, please show yourself. We have a couple of other people who you'll be introduced to. Vanda Macmillan. Yes, thank you very much. Vanda Levy Macmillan teaches most of the graduate program, so you will not see her except for advisement and counseling and so on. All right?
In MIBES, we have, I can see 3 of our lecturers, our full-time lecturers. Dr. Naif, can you stand? Dr. Naif teaches entrepreneurship. I have also Dr. Tulu Buraji. She teaches strategy among other areas. And Aretha, I saw her earlier. Miss Aretha Huntley, she teaches tourism.
Good morning. I see Dr. Shevers, Deborah Shevers. And I have not seen anyone but the others aspire to be in my unit.
Oh, that is.
I'm actually in Dr. Nicholson's unit. He just forgot.
Okay, so there you have it, and there are other lecturers. We're here to help you through this period. Today is very important because it's when you can get the most help in choosing your courses, understanding the department. So I advise you, please go to your advising sessions throughout the day. We find that it saves a lot of grief. So sadly, for example, this year, someone who didn't go to advising chose the wrong courses, and in the middle found out that they needed to do other foundation courses, and then it becomes hard because they're not going to graduate when they could. So today is very important in your life at university. We're always here to help, but we're here to give advice, but we can't give you advice if you're not there to receive it. So that's the message. And we're here to guide and help you. I want to wish for all of you a wonderful university life. Please get involved in extracurricular activities. They can actually boost your academics, believe it or not. And so the various clubs and organizations that are there, we encourage you to find your interests and participate in them. Have a wonderful life. We're all available. We won't remember your names, obviously, but we're here, so please come up if you're having any problems. We're pretty friendly people. Sometimes our bark is worse than our bite. I encourage you, get your textbooks, follow your course outlines, do the work, and you will pass. It's as simple as that. If you don't do that, then you will sometimes get in a little trouble. But have a great day, and thank you for coming.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to ask the faculty who have been so designated, unit heads especially, to please go to the either SR10 or SR16, where the students who are in your unit will be. Right? This one is not connected. Where's my turn? I'm just giving the other lecturers an opportunity to reach their designated rooms. No. Why?
This is a touch screen.
Oh, it's a touch screen. Oh, okay. 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 Okay.
You see yours?
Yeah.
Alright, great.
This is mine.
So we can actually look at it. I'm told it didn't test it.
Brought my own too. Okay, good morning again, and welcome to the persons in SR10 and SR16. And unless I'm told otherwise, I'm going to assume that we are, the persons in those rooms are hearing loud and clear. They are. Okay, I'm told that everybody is with us. What I'm going to do at this point is just spend a few minutes to highlight some of the, what we think are the most important overview, what are the most important points in the course of study that you're going to be engaged for the next 3 years if you are full-time students, and 4 to 5 years if you are part-time students. So I'm going to briefly review or go over the structure of the programs, the majors and minors, and some additional information. Some of this you will have heard before, some of it you will hear again, but the reason why we are repeating it, it is because it is important. So starting out with the structure, you're here for a bachelor's, and the bachelor's program requires 90 credits for graduation. Of those 90 credits, 30 credits you will receive from your level 1 courses, and these are your minimum requirements, so you must have a minimum of 30 level 1 credits, and they are level 1, and I will speak a little bit more about what level 1 is, and 60 credits at level 2 and or level 3. A level 1 course are courses that you tend to do in your first year, and we certainly encourage you to complete your level 1 courses before you move on to your level 2 courses or your level 3 courses. Why? Because level 1 courses oftentimes are prerequisites. In other words, you have to do them before you register for your level 2 courses. So when you get into advisement, or when we get into the sessions with advisement, one of the things we ask you to do is think ahead for what courses you want to do in the second and third, at the second and third level, because you may need prerequisite at the first year. And you do not want to delay your program by a semester or a year because you did not take the right level 1 courses. How do you identify level 1 courses? Those are courses that start with a 1. ACCT 1005, that's a level 1 course. MGMT 2023, that's a level 2 course. And of course, ACCT 3041 is a level 3 course. So it's very easy. So careful, make sure when you're registering for this semester, next semester, you're registering for level 1 courses. Sometimes students will ask us, what's the difference between a course and a credit? The degree requires 90 credits, but not 90 courses. Courses are usually 3 credits in this faculty, and you get your credits. A 3-credit course simply means that you have about 3 hours of instructions each week. And those 3 hours of instructions are either spread between 3 hours of lecture or 2 hours of lecture and 1 hour of tutorial. Tutorials are mandatory. Lectures are very, very, very highly recommended that you do. We cannot kick you out for not attending lectures, but the pass rate for persons who attend lectures versus the ones that don't is significantly different. Yeah, and that's all I will say for credits versus courses at this point in time. You will get more information as you go through advising. I must point out level 0 courses. These are credit courses, but they do not count towards your degree. If you do a level 0 course, in other words, a course that starts with 0, except in very, very specific circumstances, they do not count. So you can take as many as you want, but in most cases, I don't want to say all, but in most cases, they do not count. Everybody heard what I said a while ago? What did I say? All right, some of you are listening. Level 0 courses do not count. If you take a level 0 course, make sure that it is a part of your program, and at the end of, and when you're ready to graduate, you do not want to be told, oh, that's a level 0 course, you have 90 credits, but 6 of which are level 0, sorry, you're not ready to graduate. Why am I saying this and saying it and saying it and saying it? Because over the years, we have had to wipe many a tear from students' faces because of that. We don't want that to happen. Okay, majors, you would have all registered for a major. Most of you here would be either tourism, marketing, or entrepreneurship. Am I correct? Okay. Your major will consist of 30 credits or 10 courses at either the level 2 or the level 3. If you choose to add a minor, then that's 5 courses or 15 credits. Again, they are taken from level 2 and level 3. Level 2 and level 3 are your important courses, and those are the ones that counts to your class of degree. And then you will be left with about 30 credits or 10 courses, which you can do as electives. Depend on the major. Some of these electives are restricted to departmental electives, meaning that you can take any course from a specific department. And others are just simply free electives, where you can take any level 2 or level 3 course from across the campus. So we have your 10 required courses for a major, 10 electives, and choose your electives well. Be careful, some of those electives are taken up as departmental electives. And I don't usually use a mic, so I think I am loud enough. Everybody's hearing me reasonably well? Oh, the streamer's not hearing me. Okay, so we will stop. We're good? Yes, we're good. Okay, I'm just now speaking about the elective. If you have departmental electives, please note, again, if you do not complete the departmental electives, you will not graduate. So it's really important that even after you're finished with your initial advising this morning, that in years 2 and 3, you touch bases with the advising unit to ensure that you are in fact ready to graduate. Okay, what are some of the majors that are offered? Accounting, banking and finance, we do with our partner department, economics, chemistry and major, which is a joint degree with the Faculty of Science and Tech. And you can probably guess which courses you'll do in the science and tech. Entrepreneurship, human resource management, management studies, which is just general management, marketing, and tourism management. We do offer, in addition to the 8 majors that we offer, we do offer 2 minors and 2 minors only, accounting and management studies. Additional information, and this is not the length and breadth of additional information, but some important points to point out. Prerequisites. I spoke about prerequisite earlier. That's really important, and these are courses that you must complete in order to move to a particular course. Co-requisites. We don't see a lot of those around, but these are courses that must be taken simultaneously. Anti-requisites are courses that you do not receive credit for taking them. For example, Econ 1005 and SOCI 1005, both of those are statistics course. You should take one or the other. Here we tell you, here you're required to take Econ 1005. If you pick up SOCI 1005, you're not going to get credit for it. The other important additional information are overrides. You do have the option when you register to, if you have not successfully registered in a course, to request an override. There are two types of override, departmental and capacity. Departmental overrides are when you do not have your prerequisites, and capacity override is when the class is full. And I will tell you that we do not do overrides unless they are under special circumstances. So if you have to select an override, unless it's a glitch in the system, because sometimes we do have glitches in the system, start thinking about what other course you can take, because we are being very judicious when we actually process an override successfully. So please bear that in mind as you select your course. The options are there, but there are no guarantees that you in fact have a successful request when you do your override. There are some additional information on exemptions. Some of you will come in with CAPE subjects that will allow for exemptions. We do not always encourage exemptions, even though you are eligible for it, but you can do it. Transfers from other faculties, transfers from other departments, study abroad, adding or changing your minor. These are things that you may come across as you work through your program. Changing or adding your major, you cannot do that until you have finished all your level 1 courses. But for those details and all other additional information, there's a website, or there's a link there that I'm told was sent to you in an email, but there it is. I think it's also on our website that will give you a link to the handbook for the school, and please download it, keep it handy, because there's a tremendous amount of information in your handbook. That's all the information that I am presenting at this time. Please remember the link. Let me put it back up. You're not going to take it because you already have it in your emails that was sent by Mrs. Hudson earlier. It's also on our website. It's the link to the handbook. And I'm saying this several times because it's important. Your handbook has a treasure trove of information that you must keep on hand. Keep it handy on your tablets, on your phones, on whatever electronic device. If you are still in the paper mode, you can print it, but please keep it handy. So that's my presentation for this morning. At this time, I will ask Mrs. Vanderlevy Macmillan, who is our teaching fellow and our academic counselor, to give you some additional information, some of which I may have said and stole our thunder, but she will repeat it. And by the way, as a hint, when you get to lectures, if you find your lecturer saying something over and over and over and over again, guess what? What's it? Why? It is important. Thank you. Mrs. Macmillan, you can give her, you can greet her, you can welcome her. That's you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody can hear me at the back? Yes? No? Yes? Yes? Okay. Well, welcome again to the University of the West Indies, and in particular, Mona School of Business and Management. And we, as Dr. McBean said, we take off the horns when we come to work, so we're not really that bad. So we're approachable. Okay. Just a few tips, I think, or things that may be helpful to you along your journey. Manage your time, yourself, and if you work, some of you have part-time jobs or full-time jobs or whatever it is, manage yourself effectively. In other words, put everything into its place. Have an idea of what it is you need to do, when you need to do it, and therefore how you're going to work the time so you get all your bases covered. But remember, as Dr. Logan said, attendance at class is absolutely important. Deadlines are absolutely important. So if you have an assignment that's due Friday at 12, make sure it's Friday at 12, if not before, because some lecturers take off marks for late assignments. Why do we do this? Because this is your preparation ground for when you go out into industry. And if your boss says to you, I need a presentation put together because I'm having an investor come at 10 o'clock on Friday morning, he doesn't mean for you to be there at 11, because at 4:30 you'll be through the door. Fair enough? All right, and if we always encourage you to enlist support, meaning if you come across anything that you think is more challenging than you can manage at the moment, ask for help. It is okay. This is why we're here. So ask for help if you think you need help. All right, we emphasize at MSBM group work. If not all courses, most courses have a group component. Why do we do this? Because when you go out to work, you will have to be working with a department or a team that you didn't necessarily put together, but you have to jump in and you have to understand the dynamics of a team. Dynamics meaning some people are lazy, some people are free riders. So be careful when you do your schoolwork that you are not a free rider. Two things happen when you are. One, your group can elect to not put your ID number on the assignment and you won't get a grade. The second thing is, if you are a free rider and you're hiding behind somebody or hiding behind something else, you're not learning anything. It's not going to suit you down the road. Okay? So I said, remember the timeliness of your work to hand it in. Remember the quality is important. Read over and read over and read over again. Quality and accuracy go hand in hand. So ensure that everything that you learned in first aid of English 400 years ago, that you remember them. Lecturers mark for those things as well. On the Faculty of Social Sciences website is a coursework accountability statement. And you need to go on the website and download, and every time you're handing in a piece of coursework, you fill out that statement and attach it to the coursework. If it's a group work, you can fill out one statement, but it has to have everybody's name and the number on it. Okay? So, I'm also, apart from being a teaching fellow, I'm also from the academic advising and counseling unit. So what we do, our main purpose is to follow up students who are at risk. And at risk means that your GPA has fallen below 2. So you'll get maybe a letter of warning or something like that, but we'll get a copy as well. So we'll be able to be in touch with you if we are not in touch with you and you get such a letter. But I know none of you here are going to get it, but I'm just letting you know. You can call out to us, put up your hand and bawl out, help me please, and we'll be there, okay? I am actually located on the North Building, which is the Peach Building, across the street. You'll all soon get to know the Peach Building. So if there's an issue, an academic advisor will discuss with you any challenges, issues, problems that are related to your poor academic performance. And in a lot of cases, issues outside of school affect how you perform in school. So we have issues of parents sick, grandparents sick, something has happened somewhere. These issues affect you in the classroom. And sometimes you just need somebody to bounce it off of. We're here. So So based on the discussion with you, we will try to assist in determining an appropriate solution related to your particular challenge, issue, or problem. We're not miracle workers. We don't have magic wands hidden anywhere. Anyway, I don't. So we'll work together with you. You'll work with us, and we'll work with you to see what's the best way that we can address whatever issue you're having in the classroom or outside the classroom, so that your performance is good enough that your GPA is above 2. All right. Information on the rates of progress are available on the Faculty of Social Sciences website on the lower right-hand corner, and this is the website, and the form looks like this. I know you can't see it properly from here, but when you go on the website, it looks like this. So you can go on it and look at it, and it tells you what the minimum rate of progress should be. So in other words, for a full-time student, at the end of the second semester, you should have at least 15 credits. And if you don't, then you may be in trouble. You could be in trouble. So go and look at it and ensure that you are not in trouble, because you know what you ought to be doing. Performance standards. If you register for a course and you do not sit the exam, you are deemed to have failed the course. So if you register and you get up that morning and you're having a splitting migraine and you're seeing doubles all over the place because actually it's your nerves gone with you, that's okay. But you need to go to your doctor, and you need to get a medical report, and you need to submit it to the university's health center. If you don't, you will have failed the course, and that comes up on your transcript. If you are in an exam and you begin to feel sick, we have had students in an exam and something happens and they feel nauseous or whatever it is, don't try and sit through and tough it out. Let the chief invigilator know, and they will direct it to the health center, and they'll take a report, and so it will not be deemed a fail absent, but a medical instead. Okay? If for any reason during the semester you have an issue that you think you can't deal with the issue and give your schoolwork the time and the attention and the detail that it requires, then you can request on the Student Administration Services, SAS, a leave of absence, meaning I'm putting my schooling on hold for a semester. Let me sort out the other issues that could be negatively affecting what happens to me in the classroom, and then I'll start afresh. Fair enough? Everybody with me? Okay. So on this campus, we have some offices that offer services that could be of assistance to you. We have placement and career services that will help you to link subjects of your choice, or should I say, based on your projected path career-wise, they will help you to choose the things, the subjects that would best lead you there. We have a lodgings office, which is about helping students with housing, for those of you who are having issues finding housing close enough to the campus. We have the Office of Special Student Services and Development. This office assists students with disabilities. We have the health center, so that's for physical ailments, as well as probably counseling needs that are above and beyond what we can offer. Sometimes there's a student with an issue that we think we are not able to adequately deal with, and we will ask the student, with your permission, to go to the health center to get better help than we can offer you here at MSBM. There's the Office of Commuting Students, which will be of great help to the students who live off campus. And there's the Office of Student Financing that offers, you have to apply because you have to speak with them first. They offer scholarships and bursary information And if you qualify, they offer meal vouchers as well. Okay, every semester, at least once per semester, we try to put on a seminar that will help you in some way, shape, or form. Study skills, time management, test taking, coping with exam anxiety, note-taking strategies, stress management. So striking a balance among all the things on your plate in your life. And we're pleased to announce today that next week, Thursday, you can make a note of this, September 6th, between 2:30 and 3:30, we are having a time management seminar in SR10, which is just back that way, so that as you get out of the starting block, you have an idea of how to manage your time, so the first semester at university doesn't look as though you can't manage and you don't feel like everything is tumbling down on you at once. As long as you can do the things in compartments and manage your time, you'll get it all done. So that's next week, Thursday, September 6th, between 2:30 and 3:30 in SR10. That's a time management seminar. Okay, just some general guidelines. Electronic devices, your laptops, your tablets, your smartphones, whatever else you have, are allowed in the class, but we would prefer if they are for taking notes, or sometimes you're looking up something in a class, the lecturer says, so what is this other thing? You can quickly go on your Google and find it. That's okay. But if you're going on it for other purposes, like just clearing your email or sending messages and looking at your Facebook and Instagram or whatever it is, it could be deemed rude to the lecturer, because the lecturer is talking and talking and talking to you, with you, but you're not paying them any mind, your head is down like this. You're going to lose a lot of information, and the lecturer is going to feel as though you really don't care. Sometimes it's rude to your class members who are right beside you, and it's loud because you're listening to something and you're not muting it or whatever it is, and the student beside you cannot hear, and they're not interested in what's happening on your Twitter or Instagram or whatever page you're on. So my suggestion is leave that for after class. If you're taking notes or you're looking up some information pertinent to your class, then that's okay. Fair enough, Dr. McNaughton? Okay. All right, so as we said, restrict your use of electronic devices to class-relevant activities only. Dress code. We don't particularly have a dress code, but as Dr. McBean said earlier, this is a business school, so appropriate dress, we don't mean that every day you need to come in a suit, but we don't need to know what you had for breakfast either. Fair enough, ladies and gentlemen? We don't need to know what the undergarments are. We don't need to know anything like that. So dress appropriately. And classroom etiquette is about how you behave in a classroom. So you're not going to interrupt a lecturer. You're going to put up your hand if you have something to say. If a colleague asks a question and for you, you have understood the concept already and you think the question is, really? That's not the thing to do. Your colleague didn't understand, so it's okay for them to ask a question. So nothing, no comments like, Lordy Foolie, you're going to ask that the full question now? Nothing like that. So it's about respect to everybody in the classroom, because we all learn at different rates. Fair enough, because if you ask a question, I'm sure you'd feel embarrassed if your classmates were to say, really though? Right? And that's about all I'm going to say today. So enjoy your sojourn at Mona School of Business and Management. We're here to help, and I'm sure at the end of the day, you would have been glad that you came to MSBM. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Macmillan. I'm going to ask Mrs. Brumfield to give us an overview, or really our presentation is entitled, Enhancing My Academic Journey. Ms. Sandro? Yes, you can welcome her. Feel free to welcome her.
Hello, good morning. Just getting this up. Good morning to our newest set of university members. How do you feel to be here this morning? Oh, really? You're that excited? How do you feel to be here? Okay then. Let me add my share of welcome to you to this prestigious institution. And for most of you, your first step to higher education. And can I add that you have indeed made an intelligent choice. We here at the Mona School of Business and Management strive to ensure our students' university sojourn is filled with memorable experiences. And in so doing, we have looked at the big picture and we have broken it down. And we have zeroed in, and so we have created committees. The Student Engagement and Enrichment Committee is one such breakdown. As the name suggests, we seek to fulfill your needs as best as possible through engagement. The committee consists of academics, and who are the academics? Can anyone tell me? When we say academics, what are we talking about? We're talking about the lecturers. So when you hear that word again, it's the lecturers. Thank you. We have on our committee administrators and students as well, and we work very closely with our clubs. You will see from time to time posters on the notice board about events and seminars that are especially geared to increase your experience here academically. For example, increasing or maintaining your GPA, and our colleague spoke briefly on the importance of your GPA score. We also have seminars on how to handle exam stress. We also cater to the social needs. As the saying goes, all work and no play. I hear it. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. So there's a time where we're going to have our liming sessions and our talent evening, and this is also done on a faculty level. So the faculty, you will see brochures and flyers about these evenings, and I do implore you to come out and enjoy yourselves. Our first seminar, as my colleague mentioned earlier, is September what? Thank you, it's September 6th. We recognize that students are sometimes baffled, and the first words rolling off their lips are, Lord Jesus, exam time already? Because the time seems to go very quickly. And then what follows? Lord, me never study enough. And so, our first seminar is on time management, presented by one of our beloved lecturer, Dr. Delroy Shevers. This will be where? You just heard it. This will be in which room? SR10. At what time? 2:30. Good. So I know that at least the persons in this room will be there. This session will help you in preparing for your exams. And I had mentioned clubs. I'm encouraging you to be a part of the many clubs that we have here at MSBM. Now I'm going to give you a little challenge. I want a student to give me the name of at least 3 clubs. Anybody? 2 clubs. Your hands up? No? You don't know any of our clubs? Let me hear you. And? The dance club. Okay, that's, you're correct, but that's on a university level. I want to find out if there's anybody here who knows of any club within MSBM or the Faculty of Social Science. Let me hear you. What's UMA? Huh? Marketing, another one? Yeah. Well, at least she gave me one. So I have a little gift here for you. At the end, I'll give you that gift. Now, for all the others, take note. It's always good to read ahead when you're going to class, so you're one step above all the others. I have a short story before I take my seat. A student came to the office last week. This student is a tourism special, I think. And she wanted to know if she could do a minor with the special. And I told her that I'm going to look for somebody who can give her the exact regulations on the minor. And I mentioned, she said, oh, she's been to everybody and nobody can help her. She went to the dean's office, she went to secretariat. I don't know what she was doing over the secretariat, but she went there. She went all over campus looking for the answer. So I told her that I was going to call Mr. Elijah Green. When I said that, she was like, him? And I said, did you speak with Mr. Green? She said, kinda. So when I got Mr. Green, he said he just spoke with the student. And he told the student that she cannot do a minor with a tourism special. So I said to her, was that the information you got? She said, yes, miss, but I don't know why. Because I have all this space and I want to do a minor. So I said to her, so are you going to go to everybody until you find somebody who gives you the answer that you want outside of the regulations? And she was stunned. I'm saying this to say, when you need counseling, academic counseling about the courses that you have chosen, you can go to the department, you can go to the dean's office, and they will give you the regulation. If you don't think that the regulation suits you, there is nothing that we can do. If you walk all around campus and listen to your friends about what they think, and you go ahead and dive in, and choose your courses and expecting what you're expecting outside of the regulations, it is not going to happen. The regulations are here for a purpose, and I pray that you will abide and adhere to it. Finally, my last advice, when it comes to exam, try not to fail any courses. And if you're trying and it's just not working out for you, as Mrs. Macmillan said earlier, we have our counseling unit. Because sometimes, everything is not so hunky-dory and so smooth across the board. But there is help here. You know why there is help? Because you, our students, is the heartbeat of this institution. And if our heart starts failing, what is going to happen to the institution? What's going to happen to the institution? The institution is going to die, right? And our academics, and who are our academics again? The lecturers will tell you that they don't enjoy failing students. They really don't. They prefer to see that all students pass, but you must put in the work. Are you going to put in the work? Are you going to put in the work? Thank you. Again, thanks for choosing our services. You have not just entered a building buzzing with a lot of persons. You have entered a family, which is going to push you to limits you never knew you had. Welcome to a life-changing experience. Thank you. I'm going to ask the student to come collect your gift. Oh, I just wanted it for myself. Did it? You want to make? Okay, for the list of clubs, I'm just going to run through them quickly. We have the Banking League, we have Marketing, we have the Toastmaster, we have Young Aspiring Accountants, we have Tourism and Hospitality, and we have HR. So as I said, please be a part of one of these clubs. They meet every Thursday, starting next week. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sandra, but you have left off two of the most important clubs, the Entrepreneurship Club and the Young Investors Club. In other words, there's a wide range of opportunities for you to enhance your academic journey. We do not expect you to have your nose in the book 24/7, but there's a lot of co-curricular activities within the school, within the faculty, and within the university that we strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you to be a part of. At this time, we will have a brief presentation on registration. Obviously, if you have not registered, you're not in a course. Some of you may have already started the registration process. You may have gotten all the way through. Wonderful. Some of you are yet to start. But what we will do is we will present a brief video, step by step, on the registration process. You also, the registration video is available on our website, and you have also been given a link to the video in the email that we sent to you. And while we're waiting for the video to load, I just want to add a couple of things. One is communication. You have been given a University of the West Indies email address that is the official channel through which we communicate with our students. In other words, translation, if it is sent to your UE email address, you have received it. We do encourage that you read your UE email address. If you have another email address, we suggest that you speak to the relevant IT persons over by MITS, and they will help you to automatically move those mails into your regular email account, because I will repeat, whatever you get, whatever is sent to you in your email account, your UE email account, you have received it. Please do not say, I did not know, because you did not read your UE email address. We good? If they'll come up in the other rooms. Oh, okay. Okay.
Welcome once again to the Mona School of Business and Management. We are elated that you've chosen us as your tertiary level education provider. We want to create an environment which is conducive to your academic growth and development, and so we want to encourage you to capitalize on the resources with which you have been provided. We want to make your journey as smooth as possible. So it's time for you to choose and register for your courses, and we want to guide you through this process. To do this, please ensure that you have your letter of acceptance and your handbook. Your letter of acceptance indicates the degree which you have accepted to read for, and your handbook spells out the suite of courses which will make up your program of study. You are now embarking on the first leg of your academic journey, so remember that for this semester, you will be registering for Level 1 courses. That is, courses that begin with the digit 1. So, how do I register? For this presentation, we're going to assume that your letter of acceptance indicates that you have been accepted to read for a degree in accounting. As a full-time student, you're required to register for a total of 10 courses, 5 in semester 1 and 5 in semester 2. Please be reminded that some courses are only offered in semester 1, while others are offered only in semester 2. There are some courses that are offered in both semesters 1 and 2. Let us assume that these are the courses that you have selected from your handbook for each semester. Here, we have 8 core courses and 2 electives. The electives are Econ 1003 and SOCI 1002. First, go to the UWI page by typing www.mona.uwi.edu in the search engine and hit Enter. Now, click on Current Students. This takes you to this page. Now scroll down to the bottom of this page and go to Online Systems. Click on Student Administration System. This takes you to the Student Administration area. At this point, you would now click on Enter Secure Area, which takes you to the User Login page. At this point, you will be required to provide some information, namely your ID number and password. This is to verify your authenticity. Your ID number is given in your letter of acceptance, and your password is your date of birth in the order, year, 4 digits, month, 2 digits, and day, 2 digits. So let us assume your date of birth is February 25, 1996. Your password is 19960225. After entering that information, click on Login. Once this information is correct, it will take you to a new page. Now click on Student Services. Then go to Registration. Click on Select Term. Remember that there are 3 terms in a school year. Semester 1, which begins in August, Semester 2, which begins in January, and the summer school semester, which begins in May-June. Remember that the summer school semester is optional. Check the top of the page to ensure that it is reflecting your ID number and name. Once you have verified this information, click on the term that you're registering for. In this demonstration, we have selected 2015-2016 Semester 1. Next, click on Look Up Classes to add. Once again, check the top of the page to ensure that you are indeed choosing courses for the 2015 to 2016 Semester 1. Now, let us assume that you have been offered a place to read for a degree in accounting. Your handbook tells you that you should register for ACCT 1005 in Semester 1. So click on ACCT Accounting. This takes you to the suite of accounting courses. Most courses have several options per semester. For example, ACCT 1005 has 4 sections, so click on View Sections. Now you need to pay keen attention here. Note the headings for each column. SEC refers to the sections and CMP the campus. WC is Western Campus. M is Mona Campus. MEX means exams only. This stream is for students who registered for the course in a previous semester but were unable to sit the final examination because of illness or any other reason accepted by the Board of Undergraduate Studies. These individuals would have been granted permission to sit the examination at the next offering of the course. Days refer to the day of the week on which each lecture or tutorial is held. R denotes Thursday. Time is the time for the class. Location indicates the room in which the lecture will be held during the semester. CRN is important, especially when you need to request and override. Each stream of ACCT 1005 has 3 hours, 2 hours for lecture and 1 hour for tutorial. So let us assume that you're registering for the lecture Monday, 12 to 2 p.m. and the tutorial on Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Go to the column, select, and check both boxes. Then scroll down to the bottom of the page. Now click on Register. As a full-time student, you are required to register for 5 courses per semester, while part-time students are required to register for 3 courses per semester. To register for each of the other courses, click on Search, which takes you back to the subject menu. Assume that you now want to register for Econ 1003. Scroll down to Econ, Economics, and select. This will now take you to the list of economics courses. Now select the course and then the stream for lecture and the stream for tutorial, making sure that you select the right campus. After selecting all your courses for semester 1, click on Return to Menu at the top of the page. This takes you back to registration. Now select term 2015-2016 semester 2 and repeat the process. So, now that you have registered for your courses, take some time to identify the locations for your lectures so that you'll know exactly where to go to kick off on the first day or week of lectures. Once again, welcome to the Mona School of Business and Management. We look forward to walking with you on the various legs of your academic journey here at the UWI. Aim for the stars.
Okay, that's the video on how to register. We do have it online, so at any point in time, you can replay the video. At this time, we'll ask Dr. Matt Norton to walk us through the new MSBM, revised MSBM app.
Okay, thank you, Twila, Dr. Logan. Morning, everyone. Good to see you all this morning. I know you've had the official MSBM welcome, but let me extend my own personal welcome to you, to the Mona School of Business and Management. Tell you the truth, this is a time of year that I always look forward to. And it's always great to see the new recruits. Many of you just leaving high school. How many people coming straight out of high school? So that would make this your first university experience. And it's an exciting time, as you've heard. And one of the things that we encourage you to, as Sandra would have said, is to make the most of this experience. University experience is richer if it's more than just attending classes and getting A's in your courses, right? There's a lot of engagement activities that you can get involved in, and we encourage that to a significant degree. And you would have heard about the various clubs and CEO Reasoning Series, where all of our students get an opportunity to meet with the top CEOs in the country to just, you know, just lime You'll hear a little bit about the UE Venture Competition and the opportunity for you to really practice the art of entrepreneurship. And many of our students have done incredibly well at that. So we really do encourage you to engage, not just come to school. And you'll be the better for it at the end of your 3 years or your 4 years. And your resumes will be the better for it at the end of that period. One of the ways that we try to enhance that engagement is through the mobile app, because we know for many of you, that's where you live, right? How many people in here have a mobile, sorry, how many people in here do not have a smartphone? That's not true. Everybody has a smartphone, right? How many of you have checked your smartphone at least 3 times since you've been here this morning? Either social media, your email, everybody. That's how you interact, right? That's how you engage. And we understand that, as Vanda said earlier, when you're in class, we discourage the mobile phone liming, but we also encourage the use of the mobile phone as a vehicle for learning, for engagement. And you'll find increasingly that many of your lecturers actually engage with you through your mobile phone. So one of the things I'm going to tell you about in a couple of minutes is the MSBM Mobile, which is our effort to increase our engagement with you, our students, our customers, our clients, through what we understand to be a very important channel for you. So, what is MSBM Mobile? Well, one of the reasons why we did this, and we developed the MSBM Mobile app a couple of years ago, the first edition of it, because we understood that the mobile channel is, again, where many of you spend a lot of your time. And we see it as an important channel for not only engagement, informing, but also delivering the services that we deliver as an institution. And in fact, as our marketing director is keen to keep saying, MSBM has a very deliberate digital strategy where we use social media, we use a mobile device, we use analytics as ways of enhancing the way we do teaching and learning. So it's a very important channel. The primary target for it is you, or customers, or current enrolled, or new students, but also our alumni use it as a channel for staying in touch with MSBM, getting information on upcoming events and so forth. And here's an interesting thing about MSBM Mobile. It was developed by students. And that's really important because one of the things that we try to do for students is create opportunities to get involved in real-world activities. Again, whether it's the marketing clubs, whether it's software development, whether it's entrepreneurial activities. So there are many of those opportunities that I encourage you to take advantage of. So, what does MSBM Mobile offer? Well, first of all, you would have received, how many of you received an email from MSBM, both welcoming you and also telling you about MSBM Mobile as MSBM on the go? Only a few of you? All right, well, here's my follow-on question. How many of you have actually downloaded MSBM Mobile? 1, 2, really? Come on, guys, not curious? 3, 4, okay. You know, there's gonna be a little competition at the end of my talk where you can earn $500 credit, but you don't qualify if you don't have MSBM Mobile on your phone, right? So those of you who haven't downloaded it, okay. All right, so here's the thing. News. MSBM is a very dynamic environment. There's always stuff happening with the institution or public fora or students. And so you know, if you check MSBM Mobile regularly, you'll find updated information on news about MSBM and also UE at large. Our social media channels, Twitter, Facebook, are very active. You can access those through MSBM Mobile as well. And you can get the latest information on upcoming events. As you heard earlier, there's a seminar coming up next week, Thursday, so that you're always in touch with MSBM. In addition, you can get access to your courses, so we keep your class schedule on MSBM. So if you're late, you're rushing up to school and you want to check your calendar on your class, where's the next class, you can get that on MSBM. And you can also get access to your course information. So many of your courses, notes, materials, guidelines are published through either the university's e-learning system or VLE, which as undergraduates, that's probably where you will get most of your course information. MSBM has its own course management system called ELS, Executive Learning Space. So some of you may interact there. You can access all of those through the MSBM mobile. You can get access to contact information for any of the faculty or admin staff here that you need to get in touch with. And other things, including being able to find where to eat on campus. How many of you know that there's a Little Caesars on the Mona campus now? KFC? Juicy? Okay. So many options on campus. They're all on MSBM mobile, so there's a locator feature where you can find halls, admin buildings, classrooms, places to dine, places to drink, although looking across the room, I don't think most of you are legally allowed. But there's a students' union and other places. So you can find all of that on MSBM mobile. So encourage you, get the app. You can pull up that QR code right there, or just go to Google Play and search for MSBM and download the MSBM mobile app. We already established that all of you have a smartphone. How many of you have Androids? Okay, so the rest of you have iPhones? Seriously? How many of you have iPhones? That's interesting. How many of you have Blackberries? Okay, at least we got that one right. We actually, our assessment of the local mobile phone market, David, is that Android dominates. It seems that, is this the iPhone generation? Okay, well, it's a confession is good. I'll say right up front that at the moment, MSBM Mobile is an Android application. The iPhone version is in the works, right, Janice? Was not quite ready yet. But you can use Android applications on your iPhone, right? No? Okay, that's interesting. All right, anyway, those of you that have Androids now, today, go and get MSBM Mobile. So it's a fully native Android app. It has an enhanced user interface. So right on the menu, you will see access to classes, news, events, or social media channels, videos. So for instance, the video you just watched on registration, you can pull that right up on MSBM Mobile, so that if you forget some of those steps, you can get that immediately. So we have our news channel. So again, very dynamic current information. As I said, the videos, all of the videos of our major public fora, for instance, you know, logistics symposium, or recent business roundtable, business of medicinal marijuana, we had a forum on that. You can find videos on all of those activities. So even if you miss an MSBM event, you can get to it on MSBM Mobile. All right, so I'm going to do a very quick 5-minute just demonstration. Markland, if I can get this. All right, so that's it. Okay. All right, so when you download MSBM Mobile, you'll see the icon here. So let me bring up MSBM Mobile. Initially, when you download it, it gives you the option of logging in. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I forget that we have a number of our students in other rooms, so I gotta use the mic. So you could actually log in with your student ID and your password. Depending on which of the e-learning systems you're gonna be using, either, well, you can't see the screen very well, can you? But RVLE or MSBM ELS. And in fact, if you're at Mona or WJC, you can also indicate that. And then the app would locate you on one or the other of the campuses, right? Let me not log in for the moment, so I can show you which features you have access to, even if you don't log in, and which ones you need to log in to have access to. So here you can see all of these, and these are the latest news stories on MSBM Mobile. So you can see it's a very active news channel. If I go to the menu, I can pull up classes, and so you'll see a menu for either today's classes, well, there are no classes today, or the graduate classes or the undergraduate classes. So when you click on that, it will pull up the schedule of all the classes. And so you can scroll through and see the schedule of classes. And these are color-coded, so you can actually decide that you only want to look at particular types of classes. Okay. Sorry. So what else can I do here that's interesting? As I mentioned, the videos are here. So if you click on videos, it takes you to our YouTube channel. And so all of MSBM's published videos are there. So the one you just watched is the undergraduate registration video. So you can pull that right up on MSBM Mobile. Okay, so you've seen that. Let me. All right, what else is interesting here? So, location. So when you pull up location, you have the option of seeing classes, the halls, where to eat, where to drink, for those of you who are allowed to do so, and administrative faculties and departments. Also bank and ATM locations. So where to eat, for instance, I can look at all locations, or I can look for a specific location. So if I look for all locations, that pulls up a map of the campus, and that shows me all of the eating locations. All right, so we have here Juicy Patties, we have here Beehive, we have down here Hello Food Store, Senior Common Room, and of course, if you're not entirely familiar with the campus as yet, if you click on this little button down the bottom, it locates where you are. So I am right here, so I can then, walk to any of these locations. As I turn my mobile phone in the direction of the location, you'll see the pointer indicating, so okay, if I want to get this point, then I turn my device and I walk in that direction, and I get there, right? So any of these locations, I can find them just using MSBM Mobile. So those are some of the features. It's again, it's very rich with a lot of features and activities that you'll find, we think, useful, interesting, and so we encourage you to download MSBM Mobile and stay in touch with MSBM on the go. All right, so I said that there was one little question. The first person that, do you all remember my name? Okay, so that's part of the quiz. The first person that can find any reference at all to me on MSBM Mobile, whether on the social media pages, or in the news, or the simplest one might be in the contact directory, the first person that can find any reference to me on MSBM Mobile will get compliments of the executive director, $500 credit, whether Digicel or Flow. All right? So, my name is Maurice McNaughton. So, any reference at all to me, those of you that have downloaded MSBM Mobile, a hint? Yes. In the directory? Well, tell me what you have. Huh? What else? Okay, there you go. We have a winner. See how easy that was? All right, so Antoinette, can you take her name and her telephone number? Is it Digicel or Flow? Okay, so Antonique will take your information and you'll get your credits sent to you within the next hour or so. All right, so thank you very much. Look forward to the rich engagement that we'll have with you over the course of your MSBM career. Thank you.
Morning again, just to do some additional quick introductions. There are other units of MSBM, and we have two directors here. So, Dr. McNaughton, if you stand again, I'll introduce you properly. Dr. McNaughton is head of the Center of Excellence and IT Innovation, so he does a lot of research, and so the MSBM app is one example of IT innovation. The other important person I'd like to introduce you to is Ms. Janice Henlin. Janice, if you can stand. Janice heads up marketing, and I know especially in the main room there are some marketing majors, so it's a great way for you to see marketing in action. So she's responsible for promoting the school, putting out information, and some of the wonderful marketing collateral. And her unit runs the alumni department, which we want you all to get involved in even before you leave MSBM. So, can I just introduce my team? Sure. Justine Harrison. So, Justine Harrison. Ashley Rose Davis. You'll hear from Ashley. So, right. And Anthony Dixon. Okay. All right. So that's who we're missing is the head of the professional services unit, and they do executive education, Dr. William Lawrence, who is not here, and also our head of finance, Ms. Merlin Reed, who unfortunately also is absent. Thank you. Where's Twilla?
Okay, thank you. Just to make absolutely sure that my two streaming rooms are still with us. I haven't heard anything to the contrary, so I'm going to assume that you're still with us. So at this time, I'm going to ask Ashley Rose Davis to give you an introduction to and an overview of the UAVC competition. I still have to keep saying you can welcome them.
Where's the clicker? Good morning, everybody, and welcome again to MSBM. So I am Ashley Rose Davis, and I am the program coordinator for the Vincent Hosang Entrepreneurship Program. I know that seems like a mouthful, but we are known on campus as the Vincent Hosang UA Venture Competition as well. So by a show of hands, can anyone here tell me if they think they have the next big business idea or an idea that will make them money? Okay, so our program is aimed at encouraging prospective young entrepreneurs to harness ideas and turn them into full-fledged operating businesses. The program aspect is a more hands-on aspect whereby we offer advisory services and try our best to accommodate students by providing meeting spaces during your development of your business. So our competition, as I said, is our flagship activity for the program, which is affectionately known as the UAVC across the campus. It is open to all students, not only MSBM students, but all students and researchers across the university campus, on Mona campus, that is. So, exactly how can you get into the program? You would have to apply this idea or this business venture that you think can make you money to the competition. So you have to be a part of the competition first to be a part of the program. We are actually now accepting applications online. I will show you the website link shortly. And you can apply singly, or you can apply in groups of up to 5 persons. All applicants will be provided with mentorship and coaching. So you are not on this journey alone. We will provide, whether it be academics, persons from the private sector or the public sector, to assist you in developing this business idea that you think can make you money. So, of course, I'm pretty sure everybody wants to know about the money. So yes, our competition does include attractive cash prizes. Our first place winner will get $300,000 and an all-expense paid trip to New York. So yes, if your group has 5 persons, all 5 people are going to New York. Don't worry about that. Our second place winner will get $200,000 and our third place winner will get $125,000. To some of you, you might be saying, oh, this is a little bit of money, or we can't get more money. But there are opportunities that exist having passed through the competition that will allow you to get more money. Just this year alone, our students who participated in the UEVC went on to participate in a national business model competition where our Querytel winners were first place in the national competition and won $2 million Jamaican dollars. Our first place winners of our internal competition went on to the international business model competition and won $20,000 US. So trust me, there are success stories of the program, and there are ways to make money and make these business ideas that you think you have, or these ideas, or just something that you think can make you money right now, into a successful, profitable business. So if you're interested, I'm just asking you to take a screenshot, take a snapshot of my contact information. I am located at MSBM North, that's just across the street, Building D. You can send me an email, ask how to get involved in the competition. We're accepting applications now. I can go back to the application link. So the website link at the bottom of this page is where you can get your application form. If you send me an email, I can also email it to you. And I'm just asking if you can follow us on our social media pages so you can also be up to date with what activities are going on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ashley. We do also have other competition that you can get involved in, but of course the UEVC is the flagship competition. At this time, anybody notice that basket there? It looks a little lonely, does it? So somebody needs to win this basket? Yes? You're getting tired? Oh dear. All right, I have one question. And since I'm one of the academics, and academics means what again? Lecturer. Since I'm one of the academics, I'll ask an academic-like question. All right, we have about 8 majors within the department. I'm not going to ask you to name all 8, but the first person who can name at least 6 of the 8 majors, the basket is yours. Okay?
And since I'm one of the academics, and academics means what again? Lecturer. Since I'm one of the academics, I'll ask one.
Don't be shy. Yes.
Hello? So you have entrepreneurship, tourism management, HR, marketing, operation.
The basket is yours.
Accounting.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay.
So you have entrepreneurship, tourism management.
All right, we have a few minutes to take any general question and answers at this point before we break out in our individual academic units where we'll take more general more specific questions. So if there are any general questions at this time. No general questions? Yes, we do have a young lady in blue on that side that would like to have a question. Is there a roving mic? We also ask the moderators in SR10 and SR16 to forward your questions so that they can be addressed.
So yesterday they were saying...
Oh, just one second. If you just tell us your name and your major.
I'm Zaria and I'm from the entrepreneurship major.
Okay.
So I was wondering if we could do a foreign language instead of doing Caribbean civilization.
Okay, yes, there is an opportunity to substitute a foreign language for your Caribbean. No, there is not. It's no longer allowed. Okay, that's a difficult question. I'm being told that the answer is no, but I know in the past it has happened, so that is something that we will have to verify before we give you that answer. It's not an easy thing to do because there's quite a bit of rigmarole to get that substitution if they still allow it.
For students who want to foreign languages, those programs are offered by
Human.
that are very poor. They never certificate. They have no repeated guidelines in Spanish and English. So if there is something that students want to figure out that kind of programs are forcing to offer online. University doesn't know the same courses for the youth. It's about making errors and marks every day. That for students who are working in the find the program and the program, do the program.
Just additional clarification, you do have 2 free electives that you can do a a foreign language course, but in terms of having it substitute for a foundation course, we will have to check the details of that. But you can do the Spanish, you can do your foreign language as an elective. The substitution, that's something we would have to double check and triple check. Any other questions? Any questions from SR 10? Any questions from SR 16?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hakim Davis. I'll be doing a major in marketing. Now, in relation to marketing, let's say I want to do a minor in Spanish. When and how do I declare that minor?
Minors are declared as soon as you have completed all your level 1 courses and your GPA is at a minimum of 2.7. And that's a minimum, by the way. Other questions? Are there no other questions? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times? Okay, what we're going to do at this point in time, we have completed the general orientation, and let me ask, is everyone in this room marketing, entrepreneur, or tourism major? Everybody in this room is that major? Is there anybody who is not one of those 3 majors? What, 1 second, Rosemary, tell them where they should be for the opportunity. Okay, if you're an accounting major, you should be in SR 10. If you're human resource management, ELT, is that true? Really? Management studies, SR 16, and operation management, executive lecture theater. And we will, if you just meet us outside, we'll direct you to those rooms. So everybody else who is in here should be marketing, tourism, or entrepreneurship. And I will ask Dr. Smith, who is the unit head, to take over. He and his team will take you through the rest of the orientation or advising session. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a wonderful day.